Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're zooming in on something really fundamental for a lot of us here, natural gas services, specifically in the Port Moody area. And we're basing our chat today mostly on this really helpful expert guide we found over on the Pacific Blue Mechanical website. It gives a good look at this whole utility.
Right. It's quite thorough.
Yeah. So our goal really is to just quickly get to the heart of it.
Yeah.
What is natural gas? Why is it important, here in Port Moody? And what are the actual benefits for you listening and for the local area?
Exactly. And I think we should focus on those local benefits, how this particular energy source sort of fits into the Port Moody community specifically.
Okay. Yeah, let's dig into that. So first off, maybe for people who aren't super familiar.
Right.
What exactly is natural gas? Like, what's it made of and why does that matter?
Well, the guide explains it's mostly methane.
Right.
Which is a simpler kind of fuel, you could say. It comes from deep underground.
Simpler? How so?
Simpler in its structure. And what's really key, especially for a place like Port Moody that cares about the environment, is that because it's simpler, it burns cleaner, more completely.
Okay, compared to like coal or oil.
Exactly. Much cleaner, which means significantly fewer nasty byproducts going into our local air.
Right, that makes sense for Port Moody. So is that why the guide calls it a transitional fuel? It's still a fossil fuel, but...
Precisely. It's highlighted as a bridge, sort of. Using natural gas gives an immediate, pretty big drop in things like soot and smog-causing stuff right here in town.
Like nitrogen oxides, things like that.
Yep, those, and sulfur dioxide too, things you get more of from other fuels. So it directly helps the air we're breathing every day. And, it fits with Port Moody wanting to be sustainable while we also figure out the longer-term green energy picture.
Okay, that's a really important point. So cleaner air is one thing. What about other tangible benefits for people, for homes and businesses right here? The guide mentions a few key things.
Oh yeah, definitely. Cost is often a big one. Natural gas can frequently be cheaper than other energy options.
So like actual savings on the monthly bills.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Real money back in your pocket, which, let's face it, really helps, especially during those Port Moody winters when the heating is working hard.
No kidding. And is it reliable? Like, can you count on it?
That's another major... Plus, the guide points out, the infrastructure here in Port Moody is, it's solid, reliable. You get consistent supply. Plus, it's super versatile.
Versatile how?
Well, you can run so many different appliances off it, right? Furnaces, water heaters, stoves, dryers. It simplifies things. You might only need the one fuel source for a lot of your home or business needs. Less juggling different types of energy.
Okay, that sounds convenient. But what about getting started? Sometimes switching fuels costs a bit up front, doesn't it? Does the guide touch on that initial investment versus, the long-term savings?
It does imply that, yeah. There's usually an initial cost to get set up or convert appliances. But the thinking is, modern natural gas appliances are pretty efficient.
Right.
And when you combine that efficiency with the generally lower cost of the gas itself, you usually make back that initial investment over time. So it often works out as a good deal for property owners looking at both running costs and long-term value.
Makes sense. Practical stuff. Okay, let's switch gears slightly. Safety, always huge with any energy source. The guide stresses being careful. What are the absolute must-know safety steps for everyone in Port Moody?
Super important, yeah. These are things you just have to do. First, always be aware of that specific rotten egg smell. That's an additive, mercaptan, put in specifically so you can smell a leak. If you smell it, act fast.
Okay, smell check. What else?
Make sure gas appliances have good ventilation. Don't block vents. Get them checked, maintained regularly, and crucially, carbon monoxide detectors. Install them. Test them regularly. CO gas is invisible, odorless, deadly.
Right, can't stress that enough. CO detectors.
Absolutely. And one more thing. Any work on gas lines, installation, repairs, anything, always use a licensed, certified professional. Don't DIY gas lines.
Good advice. Solid safety tips there. So thinking bigger picture now, beyond just heating a home or cooking dinner safely, what does natural gas really bring to the Port Moody community overall, maybe in the longer term?
Well, there are wider economic ripples, for local businesses. That efficiency we talked about means lower running costs.
Yeah.
Sometimes the equipment lasts longer too.
Helps their bottom line.
Exactly. And it supports local jobs, right? People who install the lines, maintain the appliances, work for the utility. It all feeds back into our local economy here. And fundamentally, it just boosts the quality of life. Reliable, comfortable heat and cooking makes a real difference, especially in winter. It adds convenience to daily life across Port Moody.
So as we kind of wrap this up, it's pretty clear natural gas in Port Moody is, it's more than just fuel. It's this resource that offers cleaner burning than some alternatives.
Definitely.
Real cost savings for homes and businesses, and just dependable comfort for the community.
Absolutely. And maybe just a final thought for you listening to consider. What's one simple thing, just one thing, you could do today to check on your home's energy safety and smarts?
Like what?
Well, maybe it's just taking a moment to consciously check if you smell that rotten egg odor. Or maybe pressing the test button on your carbon monoxide detector. Or even just thinking for a minute about whether efficient gas appliances could, make your home life a bit better or save you some money. Just one small action.
That's a great practical takeaway. Definitely encourages everyone listening to think about their energy choices and how they connect to, keeping your home safe and comfortable and contributing to the community too.
Precisely.
All right, that's all the time we have for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.